warm welcome to this special conversation on the Squirrels. Today is a milestone day because it's the Prime Minister's 75th birthday. It's also a milestone moment in our country's polity because on one hand there is so much of conversation about the great work which has been done on infrastructure development, but then on the other there are also some valid concerns which are being raised about just how, while there is infrastructure development which is taking place, how much money is being spent by political parties in our country purely as freebies just ahead of elections. These two strands of our polity and our economy, how do they coexist with each other? With me, the remarkable political economist, our dear friend Shankkar Aiyar, joins us live, written many books, spends his time across the length and breadth of the world. Great pleasure as always, Shankkar, to have you with us today on the Squirrels. So Shankkar, let me first begin by asking you. You've tracked Narendra Modi's career as a journalist, as an author for so long. Today, on his 75th birthday, when there is like a carpet bombing of sorts of events, how do you rate him? Do you really think he's changed the way we looked at politics? How is it different from any other prime minister that you may have seen?
I think on his 75th birthday, it could be safely said that his is an evolving story. And you see sides of him that you don't see in other politicians. But primarily, I think what will stand out after him is what he has done for financial inclusion in terms of Aadhaar and the digital payments domain. What he has done for rural electrification. And then there are some others who would argue that GST and the insolvency and bankruptcy codes are the reforms that he has pushed through. This startling thing about him is that when he puts his political capital and his name, then things get done. And Bhupen, you know this government is short of talent and capacity. For 10 years, we've seen this. The ministerial talent isn't superior or anything. But when he puts his shoulder behind a program, for instance, Jan Dhan, he wrote to all the bank officers. Then in rural electrification, he got Piyush Goyal to sort of keep a transparency index, how many villages are being electrified. He tried the same thing in the water supply, Har Ghar Jal thing, not that successful. So there are places where he has put his might, and there are surprisingly many places where he has not. For instance, his farm laws may have been controversial, but they were necessary. I still believe that they were a good move, but maybe he brought it. It was done in the wrong way. The BJP runs 15, 16 states in coalition or on its own. None of the states have adopted it. Same with labor laws. So there are some surprising elements to his legacy, and there are some very positive achievements.
You say, there was Manmohan Singh, was a world-renowned economist between 2004 and 2014. Then there is Narendra Modi, who positions himself as a chaiwala, as this common man who's come this way. Purely from a political economy lens, how would you rate the performance of these two, Manmohan Singh versus Narendra Modi?
I think when we look at it through the lens of a personality, Bhupen, we are doing a disservice to
absolutely. No, I'm not on the personality
1.4
part.
billion people.
I'm not on the personality part at all. I'm only on the understanding and the implementation of economic models.
So the economic model of Manmohan Singh was more consultative and therefore yielded ground to many things that shouldn't have happened. In the Narendra Modi model, there is a decision which is sort of marketed, which is, for instance, the GST reforms that happened now. I think it was his single point agenda that he will do this to bring back some demand, bring back feel good factor. And then he left the system to sort of achieve his goal. So that is his model. So there is a lot of difference in that. The context also changes. Manmohan Singh suffered high petroleum prices in 3 out of is 9 or 10 years, I think $100 plus petroleum prices. That sort of wrecked the economy and the currency. Mr. Modi, when he came in his first year, he had 100 plus dollars crude oil. And I'm saying highlighting the crude oil thing, Bhupel, because this is the single largest import item that on our balance of payment schedule. And 88% of our petroleum energy requirements we import. We even import coal. So when you look at, and Manmohan Singh had the benefit of global growth. Modi's tenure hasn't been that lucky in that sense because you had demonetization, GST, you had the pandemic, and then you have this Russia-Ukraine war, now the tariff war. So there is a lot of uncertainty that he has navigated, and so that stands out to also the navigation of many uncertainties.